Welcome back to another Get Ready with me, and we're going to put on a full face of makeup in under 10 minutes. I might go a little bit over because I usually have my 3 things wrap up at the end. Possible Q&A moments for SPF 50. But anyway, we're going to go from this to this. Look at that glow. So grab a cup of whatever makes you happy. And right now I have my organic coffee. Settle in, take a break. We're just going to relax. Here we go. I think this is the 6th day of recording. Get ready with me. I'm not going to do this forever. I've definitely thought about stopping multiple times. This in my hands is the Remedy lip balm. I believe it's a balm. It feels like a balm, but it's a treatment. My lips have been so dry, which is weird. It's summer. So I think there's something that I'm putting on there that is not really liking my skin. So we'll see. But this is the all-in-one lip treatment. That's the name of it. It's super thin and everything feels magical after. That's all I'm going to tell you. It works so quickly. I had the box because I needed to take a picture of it for B-roll, but this has been really great. So if you're a random dry lip person all year round, usually it's mostly in the winter, or if you're in Australia, I feel like it's cold there. Check it out. I will put links to everything that I talk about in the description. No brand is paying to be featured. You would hear me say that if they were. And let's just pop some makeup on. I have a little family barbecue that honestly I really don't want to go to, but I'm just in hermit mode. I think it's just been a lot. I think the emotional bandwidth with the cat, she's off and on. Yesterday wasn't the best day. It's just her energy is so low. It's not like my cat right now, but I'm not going to go too far into it. But we're still trying a couple of things out. This is the whole kickstart of like wanting to look at what's going right. So if I'm doing that, then I can focus on the fact that she has been fine this morning as it hasn't gotten sick. She is relatively alert. She's just getting too thin. I've been trying to eliminate things from the diet like you would a human being. I'm doing this in partnership with a vet. I actually got 2 vets and am working with 2 opinions. Highly recommend. And I thought she's just lost her entire appetite. But last night I have this little freeze-dried chicken treats. They make her sick. I can't give them to her. However, one of my tricks is she's like hiding out is I'll just shake the bag. I shook it last night and she went from like to right down the stairs. So I know it's in there, but I can't feed her certain things or else she'll get sick. It's just frustrating. So if you're a cat mom or a dog mom or an animal mom, parent, and you're going through it, I feel your pain. It is tough. I'm trying to stay as positive as possible. This is the Air Perez Oat Milk Foundation. I've been leaning on this a lot. As you know, you've seen it kind of a lot over here. I do have a powder that I'm going to put on top because there's going to be some outside time and it is hot. Hence the hoodie. I don't know. The Kosas Cloud Set. This is the translucent loose version of it. I have the baked version. That's the one that hard panned. The giant tub of plastic. This was gifted, but I'm going to have to fall in love with it to finish it and then try it again for myself because man, that's a lot of plastic. And there's also this extra cap, which I understand the advantages, but I hate those extra caps. I'm just nitpicking now. If you shake it, nothing comes out. I don't understand. Can I just rip this off? Yeah, I'm just ripping it off. Let's give this a go. The pink, I believe, is a brightener, but what I'm looking for is just some setting. This is a bold move. This is the first time I'm using it. I'm going to be out and about. Very strong setting. The RMS Hydra Powder definitely doesn't mute the shine as much as this. This doesn't feel dry on the skin right now. Maybe that's why they had the lid. But, yeah. That worked really well. Air Perez, that foundation works very, very well with a lot of different products. So I'm not surprised that it worked well with that, but I wanted to see the shine muting. So we will put it to the humidity test and we'll see how it goes, but so far so good. I still love the Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal Eyeliner. It's wonderful for every day. The shimmer shades, because they're not too stark, high contrast. There you go, just a little bit of a wing. It's just a really good subtle liner. I feel like it just does the trick. And you can smudge it out if you want to. Westman Atelier, this has grown on me quite a bit. The Westman Atelier little contour stick that I use as a contour and bronzer. Contour is just cooler usually. And I love that. I love when it's not too warm. So I lean on this as a multitasker and it blends really nicely. But also, the payoff is there. I have to blend that out. I recognize that. So it blends really nicely. And if you're scared of putting too much bronzer on, press the brush to the formula, the creamy formula, and go from there. So I usually don't put it down here. I don't know what I was doing, but it's an easy fix because it blends really well and it doesn't get sort of bunched up. It doesn't kind of smudge around. It doesn't, it's just kind of an easy one to work with. When I first tried it on here, everybody was like, I don't see it. That was applying it directly to my skin like this. I find it's just way easier to control when you do this little action. And this is the BK Beauty 106 brush that I've been using. It's dense enough to blend, but soft enough to leave the payoff there. So you're still going to see pigment on the face. I'm going to add a little bit of bronzer on top, by the way. I'm doing this because I like bronzer, but also because I need a little bit of a set there. I don't want it to just be cream again because of the heat and all the rest of it. So there you go. So we have the Milk Makeup. This is their jelly thingy blush. I love it. I have used it a lot so far this summer. In terms of the 3 things, I guess I can start now, right? So things that are going right in my life, I really, like I mentioned in the start, I'm trying to focus on that. And some days are better than others, hormones, sleep, all the rest of it. But the first thing that's going right is she finally got sleep. So I'm very excited. I got some relatively decent sleep. My world is a different world when you get sleep. So I'm happy about that. And then the second thing that was going right, this is the Jones Road Just a Sec eyeshadow. It has a lot of silicones in it. I really like this. There is a shimmer. This is in Cool Taupe, which looks very similar to the other colors I have, but that's in the pot. We'll see what it looks like on. I finally got back to the gym yesterday. I had, when I had somebody in town, which is fine. It just kind of throws you off your routine. And I still kind of suck at having a routine, working on that. But I have things that I block out in the day, or I just say, basically, I have to get this done today. And I tend to really like scooting things around like Tetris in my day because it just allows for more flexibility. Plus, I'm probably just pushing against the 20 years of somebody telling me when I have to be on a Zoom call, and now I get to decide for myself. I'm sure that's a part of it. I was super tired yesterday, but I knew that if I just sat and watched TV to just veg out, if I just stayed stationary mentally, it would have been really hard on me. And the second I walked in there, I also got on the treadmill yesterday, just a slow walk, just like an easy walk, because I just needed it. I think once I get that routine going, your body just sort of craves a little, you want to move your body. Your body's meant to be moved, not just sitting and editing all day like me. So when I got to the gym, the trainer, I usually do a group class. I'm sure what's all over the place. And there's usually about 5 or 6 people in there, and we've all kind of gotten to know each other. It's one of the bright spots of every week. It has been for almost 2 years. Nobody was there because of the 4th of July, so everybody was on vacation, and it was just me and Chris, the trainer. He's totally the reason I've stuck it out. He is always positive. He makes all the routines and onboards people, and he's just a phenomenal human being. Chris was there, and it was just him and me, and it was a one-on-one. And I remember 2 years ago, if I had been in that situation, I would be very intimidated, even though he's a very nice, approachable person, but I would have been intimidated. And it was like the best. We got to talk and catch up in ways that we normally can't because other people are in there. So that was a win. And then I know there was another one, but I can't remember. What's the third thing that's going right? Oh, I'm on day 6 of doing my Get Ready With Me. So I talked about this a lot, actually, last night when I was working out. And it was how hard it was to get one video out a week. It was a lot of like, and you think that's the limitation, that was my limitation. So I was like, man, okay, I'm running behind on my video. And it just made me think of the phrase, the more you do, the more you do. Less thinking, more doing. And that was the whole point of doing this, trying to get these done in a row. I don't know if I'm going to do my best to keep it up. Maybe I'll skip a day here or there because this is a lot of content coming at you. I know that. But I totally have reevaluated what I am capable of. Like, it doesn't even faze me. And I'm on the 6th video in like a week. And I enjoy it. So you really don't know what you're capable of until you challenge yourself a little bit, is what I'm saying to myself. And those are my 3 things. So if you want to share one thing that's going right for you, whatever's going right for you, feel free to do that. I want to take 2 seconds and answer some questions. I went over 10 minutes. I tend to do that. I think I'm going to keep trying this until I can get to 10 minutes. But like talking, it's hard to just get to 10 minutes. SPF 50s that I would recommend. I'm still testing these 2, but somebody asked in a previous video, keep the questions coming. I put them into my AI stuff. So I'm utilizing all the questions you give me. They will be helping not just you when I answer them, but the rest of the community. And then anybody who asks me the question through the website down the line when I launch it. This is the One Skin SPF. Actually, this is not an SPF 50, but this has a PA rating of plus, plus, plus. It is a untinted option for you. So I know you asked for 50 in heavy duty sunscreen. This has 17.5% zinc. I'm looking at all the variables here and the ingredients are really interesting. Plus it has skincare that's like really all about senescence. I talked about it in the full review of the tinted. I didn't like the tint on the tinted one. They've since expanded the tint. It just looked too yellow on me. But anyway, that I think is a really interesting option to check out. And then Bloom Effects has this really cool stick. And this is SPF 50, mineral sun stick, water resistant. So the active ingredient, zinc at 15%. And this is just kind of a great on the go kind of situation. It's barely smelling. You can use the Bloom Effects. They have a serum too. I actually don't like that as much as this. You just kind of like put it on the high points of the face and go, or you could do the entire face. And the option that I really lean on the most if I'm doing direct sun days, I'm rarely out in the direct sun without a hat. Honestly, that would be my rule. I do not just bake and sit out in the sun anymore. She doesn't do it. So there's usually a hat involved, but I will always use or until they ever discontinue it. I hope not. The Eau de Cite, this is SPF 50 plus, 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 plus. And it provides coverage throughout the day. So you don't have to worry about anything. You can just put powder on top of that. If you're headed somewhere and you feel a little too glowy, it works really well with other products. So those are 3 that I would recommend. They're not all exactly what you were asking for, but those are ones that I like and have used and have road tested. So there you go. I'm still kind of testing these. Well, this one I've been testing for a while, but the One Skin I'm still testing in the untinted. This is the completed look. I really like how it got there. I will probably put another dusting of the Kosas on top, just in the middle where oil production can be a little bit higher before I go like that. And that was just the residual. You really don't need more on the brush. Thank you for being here. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something or had fun playing with makeup and relaxing or just having me on in background noise. That's always good too. I'll see you right back here real soon. Until then.